How you guys doing today? My name is Gio and welcome to Gio's Urban Talk. And thanks for all the new supporters and all the new subs that I gained. I appreciate you guys a lot. I will not let you down. I will keep the news covered and the Urban Talk going. So again, if you're not subbed to the channel and you come across me as a viewer, please sub to the channel and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I do drop a video or whenever I do decide to go live sometime here in the near future. And also today we're going to be talking about the WiSpa situation. Once again, which unfolded yesterday on July 17th sometime in like the evening or the morning in California, downtown. Today we're going to be talking about this incident again because it was a lot of things that happened during this protest. Like people were getting shot with bean bags. People were getting, I don't know if they was getting tased or whatever. They was getting hit with batons by police officers. I'm pretty sure the police officers was probably about tired of y'all trying to go out here and do this once again and then cause violence. So I don't know fully what started the violence, but I'm just going to a lot of key points. A violent protest outside of the WiSpa broke out in LA yesterday again. There were people who were supporting the spa, who protected trans people and people who were against trans at the protest. Now, these were people that went out there. It was a group of people that was against trans, and there was a group of people that supported trans. Now, this goes back to 2.5 weeks ago when we had a male, well, he considered himself as a female, even though it's not said on his, I'm pretty sure it's not said on his birth certificate or anything. Maybe somebody put a comment in my other video. Yeah, maybe they should, he should go to the courts and get that changed to being a female. So, but besides the point, it was a guy who walked into this family WiSpa. Now, I didn't know, I'm just now getting the information. This is a family spa. This guy walked in there, but the spa policies is saying that they don't go against anybody who consider themselves any genders of what they consider themselves to be. They just follow the rules and say, okay, you consider yourself as a female, you can go where the females go. And that's all the employees did, was just follow the rules of what they signed up for to be an employee there. Because you have to sign some type of like employment verification and a contract to be, I guess, well, a contract is employment verification. Technically, what I'm trying to say is they had to sign an employment application to be employed there, and that probably was written down during their training days and videos and stuff that they had to watch. So they let this guy go into where the women are at, and I guess his kids in there, which is like, damn, like it's kids in there too. So the guy walking around naked, his thing, where the woman was walking around naked, her thing is all out and exposed, and so a lot of women are like, damn, like they gonna let this man go in there and they got to go and trip, which is totally understandable. They gonna trip out, of course. I wouldn't even want my daughter to see that, to be honest with you. I keep my daughter out of places like that because no, unless the only way my daughter would go to a spa is if they say, women over here, if you're transgender, we got a transgender spa for the transgender people, and we have a regular one for the mans too as well. And we separate all three of them, so it won't be no controversy and no alluding to anything that this person is sexually molesting my daughter with their eyes. Like, yeah, I keep my daughter out of places like that. And this is just to say, if you know that they're going to do stuff like that and let this stuff go on, sometime just with all this new transgender stuff going on, you need to start, you taking your kids out to places that's a family place and you guys are required to strip clothes off, start asking the employees before you take your child and hey, is this safe for my child to come in here? Is there any transgenders going to be where the women are at? Is there any transgenders going to be where the man is at? You need to ask these questions. If you don't ask these questions, then you throw it up in the air. Don't just walk into places and think that everything is always safe. Because just for your sake of your eyes and your child's eyes, it might not be safe. Now, Antifa was there once again. They threw smoke bombs and water bottles at protesters. This is when shit got out of hand. The police is tired of Antifa too, just how they tired of all this protesting about this one guy, like this one woman that came in there with her penis all out. And they tired. It was a Saturday they did this, and it was just yesterday. Police is tired. They just, you know, ain't no way, I'm not saying it's okay to beat these people or none of that. But if people out there acting violent and doing what they was doing last time, yeah, excessive force needs to be taken care of, because y'all was doing this towards the black people when no violence going on about the BLM movement. They was just out there beating them people, and Antifa came into that mix too. You know, and it wasn't just the black people. Black people was getting shot. Let me take a sip of my energy drink, y'all. This goes back to that. But these people were being violent. This is the second time things are getting violent. People are trying to drive and go to work and go where they have to go. And you guys are all in the middle of the street again, throwing water bottles, throwing smoke bombs, all that stuff. Police had to use violence. Y'all cussing at the police. And see, now this is where shit gonna get out of hand and people are gonna get mad or whatever. I could frankly care. It's not. I wasn't there. I wouldn't dare go there. I'm not finna protest. I wouldn't even know when it was time to protest for any other protest. I don't go out and protest because I have kids and I have to have them safe at home. I won't take my kids out. I don't want nobody to watch my kids so I can step outside and go protest. No. If I have to feel like something is going on, I'm gonna send a letter in. You hear me? I'm gonna send a letter in. Get a group of people to send letters in. It's not that hard. You don't have to go outside and be out here all full of all this animosity and getting ready to fight and tear stuff down. It doesn't make any sense. You know, like, to be honest with you, it doesn't. Just to get your rights and your point across doesn't mean that you have to step out of your element and go out here and start fighting. No. Sometimes you have to write a letter, sit down and have a, we got Zoom for a reason. Have a Zoom meeting. You know, have Zoom meetings about that. Get it out there so much high into to politics or whatever, and then you have a Zoom meeting with the higher ups and talk to them about it. You can't just be going at people who cover these topics and get mad at them because they're covering it. Like, I got a lot of backlash. You think I care? I really, quite frankly, don't care, because I'm not the one who's causing the problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm just covering the problem. I'm just talking about it. But let's just keep going, because I'm going to keep rambling on and on and on. No, I don't have to. And that's the thing. This is my channel. I choose to run it a certain way, and I'm going to run it the right way. Now, LAPD used beanbags, rubber bullets, and batons. They ruled the protesting as unlawful assembly and did what they could do to get people to disperse. Journalists were also assaulted by LAPD. Now, that was messed up. See, all that fighting and commotion and stuff going on, the journalists don't be messing with people. Like, they just hear the different sides of the story, just how anybody else would if you're interviewing somebody. But you got people out there that's in the mix, and then they, boom, brush past you. When you're a journalist, you just trying to talk to somebody to get their side of the story of what's going on. They get hit. They get in the mix, get beat up. But still, at the same time, why are y'all so close? Sometimes you have to stand back. If you see a crowd of people, like, this is another thing. Be aware of your surroundings. Always keep your head on a swivel. Like, always be looking left and right behind you. Keep your 12, your 3, your 6, no, your 12, 3, 9, and 12, 3, 6, and 8 or something. I don't know. Keep your head always looking at the surroundings that's going on around you. Make sure that you are in a secluded place to where it's no violence going on. Nobody ain't throwing nothing. Push these people to the side that you're going to interview, or these two people. Don't let it be a group of people, because then that's when things can get out of hand. They get to yelling, and boom, next thing you know, police coming in there hitting you. I seen one guy, he got hit, a skateboarder got hit in the arm, and his arm was like bruised or something. And he was like, oh, I was just trying to take pictures or something. I'm like, yeah, dude, you should have stayed out the way. Straight up, you should have stayed out the way. If you see these people are all fighting and going at each other, you step back. Step all the way back. Don't get into the disperse of the crowd, because that's when violence come upon you too. Also, arrests were made. People were beaten. Weapons were found on the protesters. Knives, mace, tasers, stun guns. Huh? Like, what were you guys out there thinking? Like, to go out there with stun guns, mace, tasers, and knives? Like, of course, if things like this are being found on you, police is assuming that you guys are coming out here to start violence. And before those things was found, there were smoke bombs being thrown. There was bottles being thrown, water bottles being thrown. There were things being thrown, and then these type of things was found on you guys, knives and stuff with mace, tasers, and stun gun knives. Like, who was trying to stab somebody? Like, damn, like, it's not that serious to come to a protest. If you're gonna protest, don't bring these things to a protest. Not even guns, none of that. You keep those things out of the protest. You know, at all times, don't bring those things to a protest because it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. And another thing, just get on the computer or something and try to get a protest going that way on Zoom meetings. You don't want to get beat up by the police. Like, who wants to get beat up by the police? Nobody does. I don't ever want to be in the mix to where I see a lot of police trying to come in. And no, I don't want that problem. Unless they did something to my people, like took one of my people, like killed one of my relatives for nothing, then, oh yeah, I'm out there protesting. For sure. Especially if it's in my home. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm frontlining it. I'm going to be out there for sure. That's understandable. I ain't going to go out there with no knives, mace, and tasers and stun guns trying to fight the police back or fight anybody. I'm fighting with my words. I don't have to fight with weapons. I'll fight with my words to get my point across in the whole nation to hear. Because that's how the way you get a nation to hear you. You don't get people to hear you with 20 seconds of you throwing your hands or throwing something or macing somebody or tasing somebody or stabbing somebody or shooting somebody. People don't hear that. They only hear it for a certain brief amount of time, like maybe a week. After that, it's gone. But when you say something, those words tend to last forever. Like, go back and look at what Martin Luther King said. I had a dream. How long have we been hearing that quote? Forever. It lives on, and it's not gonna die. It's gonna forever live on. His words will forever live on. Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, all the people had words. They were saying things. It'll forever live on. Seriously, start voicing your opinion instead of voicing your actions with violence. It doesn't make any sense. Did LAPD use excessive force? Hell yeah, they used excessive force. No lie, they did. They didn't have to do it the way they did it, but they did it. Yes, they did. They used hella excessive force. They was out there beating people with batons, shooting them with them pellets and bean bags. I'm talking about, man, they shot one lady, and I don't even think she was really doing it. They just bang. I was like, damn, like she just hit the ground. Boop. They shot her with one of them pellets. It had to be the pellets. Shot her close range too. Like, damn, like. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta, if you see the police there, it's time to go. If the police is there with them SWAT and the SWAT there and they got on all their gear, yeah, it's time to go. That's when you say, yeah, this protesting shit and got a little bit too far. Let me go my ass home. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to. And they got what kind of thing is that? He no, that's a pellet shooter. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. I don't want to get shot with no pellet. Straight up. And then if I'm looking behind me and I'm seeing everybody else that's supposed to be protesting with me pulling out tasers and knives, it's really time to, y'all trying to get me in the midst of, let me step to the side. Let me go ahead and step to the side. Was the protest unlawful? To be honest with you, the way it went, it made it unlawful when people were bringing knives, mace, tasers, and stun guns. It shouldn't have took, it wasn't peaceful. This protest wasn't going to be peaceful. From what I was looking at, these people didn't come to have a peaceful protest to sit down and talk to each other. They came to start violence. And look what happened when you start violence. Like, look, let me show y'all some of these clippings. Let me show y'all some of these clippings. Like, okay, hold on. Let me take it off my earbud. You see how many cops is out there? Look. And they just shot the lady with the pellet. Shot the lady with the pellet. He got a shotgun pellet thing. Yep. Shot the lady with the, look, she just fell with the ground. Look how many cops, it's about like damn near 400 cops out there. Let's go to another video. It's bearing, man, look. Look how many, they deep. And look, you can tell they come to cause look, just shot that lady for that lady probably wasn't even doing nothing, man. That lady, see? But I'm saying, I don't know if she was or not, but they just didn't even have to do that. That was just too damn much. You know, that was very disturbing to watch this woman being hit with a beanbag or either a pellet that close. And look, you see the crowd kind of come down, because I don't know if the crowd was going to go at them or not. But damn, they come all the way down. You hear me? Like, all the way down. When they seen they weren't playing, look, they got people all the way on the other side. And on one side of the other street, it's probably like damn over 200 people out there. And another thing, ain't nobody got no mask on. Like, most of these people out there ain't got no mask on. And it's a new thing, a CV going around. A new strand at that. And look at this. Look at this. The people out there cussing, they causing problems. There's so many cops. Like, let me go to another video. Let's just go to another video. Look. They chasing people. The police is out there chasing people with these things. Like, damn, if people running, don't chase them. But they chasing them. Shooting at them with these pellets. She said you trigger happy pieces of shit. Which is true. But you shouldn't be down there anyway and be in that crowd like that. Like, if you see, man, if I see a bunch of police pull up like that, I'm gone. I'm out of there. I ain't even feeling like I'm out of there. And then somebody got a Black Lives Matter sign and this woman tripping. I don't even know what that sign was out there for. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Look, they throwing stuff out of spraying it with stinging spray because she said we don't want our kids to see genitalia. Look, the police just snatching her up. They telling somebody to whoever did that to her, they silly string all over the woman. It ain't caught. See, this was violence. This is violent protesting. This is violent protesting. Like, look. Very violent protesting. Look at this. You see the smoke bombs, all that. It ain't even worth it. And this, I don't know what he doing with a skateboard. Like, that's not it's not to protect you. If them people hit you in your face with one of them pellets, them police officers hit you with one of them pellets, that's not going to protect you. To be so honest. They down there with all these weapons and stuff, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than this, man. This is not going to get your point across. This ain't going to do nothing but make the police bring in martial law or either the army. You hear me? Like, knowing people can get this violent will make them call the army in, and we don't need that, man. We do not need that. Look at this. Just look at this, man. This is... Again, man, come on. Y'all already protested one time. You don't need to do it again. And this probably what they saying is like, didn't we just come down here a week ago? Look at this. Look, this is when they beat the person. With batons, you see them literally hitting this person with a baton. Look, watch. Look at that. They done hit the dude in the arm, probably dislocated his shoulder and some more. Like, look. There's so many people out there, though, on top of people, on top of people. Like, y'all, it shouldn't be out there like this. Okay, baby. Good job. Proud of you. It shouldn't be this many people out here. I don't know what this lady trying to do. She trying to walk through, but they obviously ain't letting you walk through this area because they saying there's too many people here. You might get hurt, which is totally understandable. They trying to protect certain people that ain't got nothing to do with the protest. And look at this guy's story.
So over there where the Chuds were being protected by LAPD, I was trying to follow a couple other members of the press to go on the side and film. And one officer rushed me specifically. There were no protesters near me. He pushed me back, and he started batoning other protesters, so I turned my arm away from him to film that, and with two hands, he batoned my right hand as far as he could, knocking my phone to the ground. I was told this is probably a sprain. I don't know for sure. Yeah, it's a tie-dye. So what happened?
At first, though, I wouldn't even been there if I was the little dude, man. Like, look at this video. They're arresting people right here. They're not playing. There's arresting people. They is arresting people. And I'm not saying nothing. Look, the police shouldn't have been even out there using all that excessive force. They could have been able to disperse that crowd a better way. To be so honest. They say LAPD makes arrests after protesters clash over transgender rights at Koreaton Spa. Yeah, dueling protesters outside a Koreaton Spa over transgender rights Saturday promoted a large police response and resulted in more than a dozen arrests. Damn, like, hold on, let me get back in here, y'all. Because this is a serious topic. This is very serious. LGBTQ activists gathered outside the WiSpa on Saturday morning to counter a protest against transgender access to the spa facilities. The Los Angeles Police Department declared an unlawful assembly in front of the spa near Wilshire and Rampart Boulevards around noon when the two groups of protesters began to clash, according to police and the video protesters on Twitter. LAPD detective, I don't know that person's name, said authorities declared the unlawful assembly after protests began throwing projectiles, including an officer's video posted to social media shows police in riot gear shooting beanbags rounds and 40mm hand-formed projectiles at protesters. It was not immediately clear how many protesters were in the area protest. Oh man, look, this is bad, man. This is all bad. People don't have to go out there and do all of this. I ain't finna read all that. People don't have. This is what I'm saying. I'm making this video to make it clear. If you see police coming in, you see a lot of stuff is going on, leave. Leave. If you see violence is about to happen, leave. Get back in your car, go home, walk back down that street you came from, go home. And that's all I got to say on this topic. It's a very touchy topic, but I'm not scared to touch it. For anybody out there who's new to the channel, please hit that sub button for me. And also hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified on any news that I pop up on here with that come across my dashboard. And thank you for the new subs. I really appreciate it a lot. Once again, I'm going to say that again. And for the subs who already been here, you guys are loved. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up for me. And keep the comments going down below on the video after it's done. And let me know what y'all entire take is on this video. Until then, until the next time, peace and love. God bless all.